What up, everybody? It's me, Mr. Right, here with another deck profile to give y'all that chaos and mayhem at your card fighting areas. Brought back my Musketeers, Lord Jesus. They brought back Musketeers from the brink of extinction. We only had one real solid episode in the anime series, but hey, it is what it is. So, as y'all saw before, if you didn't want to watch this part of the explanation, then you saw the main part of what I'm running. But this is the explanation of why I'm running these cards. So, Mei Lin is the new starter. Really do enjoy it. Has Ernst written all over it of Counterblast 1. Except for going to the bottom of the deck, goes back to the soul. So you have some soul blast for later, which you will need. Call one Musketeer from the top 4. If you have a copy of that Musketeer that was called on the field, it gets +3. Bonuses all around, ladies and gentlemen. Not only that, but it triggers off one of our grade 2s. So for the trigger lineup, we are running, of course, 4 obligatory Nicole heal triggers. She looks better than Hannah, although Hannah has been there since the beginning. We got the new crit trigger, Rosalia, the OG, your boy Daniel, and then we have Alain or Alan, or however you want to pronounce it for counter charge purposes when another Musketeer calls him to the rear circle. Running 12 crit to stay aggressive, and in this deck, if you have the necessary cards, you'll meet those magic numbers and you'll pretty much force the damage onto your opponent, getting them to at least 4 damage if they don't want to pitch the cards. So we're running 2 of the Stride Fodder option. You could run Rebecca in this place of her. Just what was working for me. Running 4 of Antonio, the PG. You don't need the quintet wall. We got 4 of Ruth, the first waifu. She is a 10k attacker, 7k booster at best. Of course, you boost with her if you're, if your boosted rear guard has to be intercepted with or gets killed off, whatever. Okay, shift her forward 10k to whatever. So she has multiple uses. And then we got Mirka, the revamped art here. Very, very well done. As far as having almost a complete shiny grade 1 is why I like her. She's a 9k booster when the deck is shuffled at least one time during the turn that you have her in hand or you call her from deck. The best grade 2, well, one of the best grade 2s is Pansy Musketeer Sylvia. Call her or ride her. Call the top card if it's a Musketeer. Call it. Being that this whole deck is Musketeer, you're going to superior call each and every time, no matter what it is. I hate it being a crit, but that's why we run more crits, because crits win games. And with a crit behind her, it is at minimum an 11 or 12k to your opponent's 7 or 6k, especially if you're going first. So you get to meet those magic numbers. If you have Mirka on board, you shuffle the deck. You got Augusto. That's a 21k column right there. Or if you have Ruth, that's a 19k column. If your opponent's on a 9k grade 2, still 19 magic number, 21 magic number. It's going to be 15k shields all around. If they want to not guard, then that's going to be good for you. And the other best grade 2, 4 of Prunus Cerulata Musketeer. I probably butchered the hell out of that name. Tessa. Tessa is an amazing card to have throughout the game, especially if you're able to ride her. When you have 3 other Musketeers and you call a 4th, a 5th, and so on, she gets a +2. Now, if you have a Musketeer face up in the G zone, that Musketeer that was called gets a +4, and she gets a +2, so the effect does stack. As far as her +2 is concerned. So if you have 2 of her on board and then you start calling, your back rows on your My returns, then of course if you have a full board, you call a Musketeer, that's +18 to that one card. 18, then the +2 to her. So you can see why she's OP is you know what. So for the grade 3s, as I stated before, running Cecilia because she does have her own stride. I was running the Legion at one time, but because only certain cards work in Legion, like the Legion starter or her mate Saul, um, I just felt that that was kind of slow and it wasn't as powerful as getting more Musketeers to the field. Her limit break is Counterblast 1, 5 normal Musketeer units back into the deck. Then you can choose up to 2 of her and call them to rear circle. She is a 10k body, which really sucks, but it is what happens when you're made back in BTO 8. Her other skill, which is actually kind of important, sacking a Musketeer, calling one from the top 5. I would run Elvira in here just because I do like her crit ability, but we need the soul, so that's why she didn't make the cut. And then we have for Maya Reeta, White Clover Musketeer Maya Reeta. So her skill, at the end of your turn, you can put up to 2 regular or normal Musketeers to the bottom of your deck from your drop zone, so you can keep those units fresh and out of the banished elite zone or the bind zone from soon to be Nubatama. Yeah. So yeah, you can get called back some stuff for later on. Narukami with their Thunder Strikes, this, that, and the other. So yeah. And then her on stride skill, she gives the striding Musketeer unit the skill of Counterblast 1, sack a Musketeer, call 2 from the top 4, and then drop the rest into drop zone. I don't really like that end bit there, because there's been many times where my top 3 were crits and the 4th was a regular unit. It's like, that would have been a fantastic draft check. It happens. And so for the strides, to finish this all up, for the Guardians, we have 1 Dismal to protect our Tessas, 1 Scryu just in case if Verna doesn't pan out the way we want her to, if we have that extra card to pitch. Verna, the same thing as Scryu, except for all you have to do is target a card that you have multiples of on the field, and every other unit with that card's name gives this card +5. So if you have a back row of Merca, then the other 2 give her the +5, so that's +10 to her. And of course, we got 2 Rain Breath Dragon. There's times where I wish I didn't have the Stride Fodder in my hand. I wish I had it on the field. So I use his skill called the Stride Fodder. It gains resist, and he gets the +5. That is a very simple skill to do. That way I can stride next turn without any effects to me. Running 1 Sabreeze to start off our offensive strides, just because if we are stuck on Maya Reeta, then we have at least Generation available. And we can go into our Musketeer stride the next turn. 1 Primavera, just because she was always good. Counterblast 3. 5 normal units from your drop zone. Put them back into the top of your deck in the order. Choose a card from your hand, discard it. You pay the cost when when your Vanguard attacks. So, of course, if you have the 3 Counterblasts available and you have at least 1 face up, normally there would be Augusto and Mirka that you want to copy, but for this instance, you want to copy Tessa and Mirka or whatever you have at your disposal. They attack, boom, boom, boom. She attacks. You copy those cards that you have on the field on rear circle. Call them from the deck up to 1 copy. Up to 2 copies per card. So 1 Tessa, 1 Tessa, 1 Mirka, 1 Mirka. And then, of course, should they PG that, then you have the 12 crits to back you up. We have 4 White Lily Musketeer Captain Cecilia. Should you be on the grade 3 Cecilia, she's fine. She also looks pretty cool. Counterblast 1, sack 2 Musketeers, call 3 from the top 5 or up to 3 to the top 5. That's good, but not the best when you're on Reeta, because it's just like, it's kind of like a vanilla stride, except for Reeta does give this technically the same skill to her, so you're not, up the creek without a paddle. Then we have the best stride so far for Musketeers. Act Soul Blast 1. Choose a Musketeer from your G zone and flip it face up. So if you're able to get a heal trigger early game, I would keep it just so you can get that effect off as early as possible. If you pay the cost, anything that's called to rear gets a +2 per Musketeer you have on field. So you have 3 Musketeers, you call a 4th, that one gets +8. You call a 5th, that one gets +10. If you have a Tessa, of course, that goes over there as well. So it is too good of a card not to have at least a 4 of. She is not like, one of those guard restrict or heavy, gets a crit if it beats a certain number or anything. But I like her because she makes the field massive. 40, 30 plus, 36 plus, 40 plus K columns. It's amazing. So like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Anything you would change or add to, or questions, or any other deck profiles you would like to see. If I have it at my disposal or know somebody, I'll get that information to you. Share this video with your mama, grandma, auntie, nephew, niece, mother-in-law, should y'all be talking, sister-in-law, if y'all are not, bumping grumpies at the end of the day. So yeah.